Crisis worsening by the day. Argentina becoming unaffordable for essentially its whole population, suffering 104% annual inflation. Country holds the unsettling place of second worst inflation in Latin America, only behind Venezuela.
All right, so with the whole economic situation in Argentina, the economic crisis, the inflation, one of the biggest, and there's a lot of issues going on, right? So it's not no joke. The situation is drastically changing. A lot of news outlets are reporting this situation in Argentina. It's a hot favorite for the citizenship or passport purposes. A lot of people look at Argentina when it comes to Plan B stuff. It's a location where you can feel safe. There's a lot of strong reasons why people choose Argentina. Now, amidst of all of this chaos, the economic turmoil, when it comes to investment, one of the biggest questions is, should you be thinking of Argentina at this point with this situation? Is it a sensible or a wise move? So I'm going to discuss that. A lot of people have some misconceptions or myths that this is a very quick citizenship. Yes, you had provisions where you qualified for citizenship in Argentina by residing in the country on the right status, right? You don't want to be on the wrong status, then you would not qualify. But assuming you were on the right status, you moved to Argentina, spend a couple of years, and that would qualify you for that quick and easy Argentinian citizenship. Well, it's not really that quick and that easy. So I'm going to deep dive into this whole topic. I'm going to discuss two very important things, or rather I should say three very important things. One is, should you invest or should you move to Argentina amidst this crisis? That's the number one. The number two is, does it really happen in 2 years? Is that the realistic amount of time that you should expect to get your citizenship? And third, the reality on the ground. I'm going to talk about the practical situations, the pros and the cons of choosing Argentina and how this could affect your future life. So a lot of interesting stuff coming up. But before I get started, make sure to turn on that bell notification and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on important videos. I have a lot of videos are very timely. The moment there's a breakthrough, the moment there's any breaking news update, I'm one of the first channels to report as soon as it happens. No wasting time on fancy edits and stuff where it's not needed. Getting the information out as soon as possible is one of my primary objectives. I know a lot of you search channels to get news updates and you want to see it in the video format, and that is what I like to do as well. So make sure you're subscribed. And in case you were here for the first time, my name is Jay, and here we discuss investments that lead to residencies, citizenships, and a lot more. All right, let's just jump into the first part of this video, which is, should you invest? Now, when there is an economic crisis, people are scrambling to put together money, right? They're lacking on money, so they're trying to sell their investments. When people try to sell stuff, let's say they're trying to sell their home, they're trying to sell their assets, supply increases, demand decreases, prices go down in certain areas because people want liquidity. That's how they purchase groceries, food, etc. Now, is that an opportunity? It could be an opportunity, right, to buy or purchase, let's say, assets within Argentina. So based on how you look at it, do you want to invest when the prices are super high and the market is stable? Or do you want to watch it when the market is unstable? Do you find an opportunity at a lower price point? So from an investment in Argentina perspective, is this a right time? Well, this is not investment advice, but I feel you can look at it both ways. It could be an opportunity, a good opportunity to enter Argentina. Let's say you're planning to buy a home. That's only useful if you're going to keep it for a while, because when you buy a home, it could be a hassle, right? You got to buy it, you have to go through some amount of bureaucracy. Then when if you're trying to exit it in a few years, then you're looking at that whole hassle of selling that home, unless you have a lot of agents running around. it gets a little tricky when you're trying to exit the market. You're releasing your capital. That's one thing. The second thing is extracting that capital from the country into your home country so you can use the monies. So all of that is somewhat of an hassle. If you're planning to live in Argentina, keep that home there, maybe rent it, live there, then it could be an interesting opportunity for you to look at the market and enter the moment you find the right opportunity. It's all about the timing. You can buy crap at the best of times, and you can buy great opportunity at the worst of times. It all depends upon how smartly you do your investment. So to answer the first part, yes, absolutely. I look at it as an opportunity. It's a great opportunity if you're looking to make Argentina your second home, physical home in future. Now, regarding the time frame, the second part, right? The time frame to, let's say, citizenship. A lot of people think this is a 2-year process. There is confusion here. Now, historically, yes, that's how it has worked. In 2 years, with 2 years of physical presence in the country, you would be eligible to then apply for citizenship. It's more like a court case. You apply, and then the processing time all depends based on the workload, caseload, etc. Having the right people represent you can obviously facilitate the time frames, assuming they're not making mistakes, they're doing their stuff on time, they know who to contact, they know how to expedite the matter. So all those things, the time frames are variable, but processing times have to be taken into account. So when you're saying you're becoming eligible in 2 years, it could take a whole year or even more to actually get the benefit, which is citizenship, and then the passport happens after that. So that again adds up to the time. So you're looking at least 3 or 3.5 years, even with the 2-year eligibility criteria. There have been reports, and again, this is not immigration advice. Once you're assigned to the legal expert, they should be able to give you more information. But there have been reports where a lot of offices are now looking at the permanent residency in place, right? Permanent residency in Argentina takes 3 years. So after 3 years of physical residence in Argentina, qualify through the residency route, you lived there for 3 years, then you can apply for permanent residency, and permanent residency is being encouraged to then apply for citizenship. If you go this route, then you're looking at 3 years, not 2 years, like how it used to function or still functions in certain offices. And in Latin America in general, a lot depends upon which office you're presenting your case to. Some offices have their own interpretations and process that they follow. Ideally, I would say 3 years, you satisfy the residency, and then at the end of the 3rd year, then you become eligible for your permanent residency and citizenship at the same time, and you can budget and set aside that time frame. Then you're talking about at least a year for processing. It could happen sooner, but should budget at least a year for your citizenship benefit. Let's say 3 months to couple of months to 3 months, let's say for your passport. So you're looking at a good solid 3 to 4.5 year process for your citizenship. Now, the pros, it's a great country, it's a big country. It is like Mexico, where it's a real country, a lot of different pockets and places where you can do your investments. And if you're not doing your investment, there are plenty of places to live your life, enjoy your life. A lot of great young people, let's say you're into dating, you're trying to find a partner, you're into women, dating women, then you can't get any better than Argentina. Again, very entertaining society, country. So in those cases, it's a pro. Investment at this point in time, the opportunity is a pro. So I would say it's good in that regard. The biggest con is the renunciation part. Now, you cannot renounce the citizenship. The birthright citizens face a difficult time. Definitely for them, it's they cannot renounce the citizenship. Now, when you're naturalizing, there have been a lot of reports. A lot of people say that few people have been allowed to denaturalize or renounce their citizenship. It's not confirmed. It's really case specific. But just having that mental pressure of not being able to renounce this citizenship can be concerning. It particularly gets very tricky when, let's say, Argentina decides to enforce a citizenship-based taxation, or if you run into some trouble, right, you make some rookie mistake, or you are they're looking out for you for whatever reason, whether you are in the right or wrong, something comes up, then there's no way to detach yourself from that country. If you're in the country, then you're stuck, you're bound by the Argentinian citizenship laws. Your other citizenships are not going to protect you, or other citizenships are not going to take you out of the country. Let's say you're out of the country and someone is looking out for you. These days, a lot of people say there's no enforcement and all of that. No, that's not true. There are a lot of ways of issuing red corner notices and all of that, Interpol notices and all of that. You don't want to deal with all that kind of crappy stuff, right? You want to be in the clean, you want to do things legally. But you got to be aware, mistakes can happen from the best of people, and they do. And in those times, this ability to renounce, not renounce, associate, disassociate matters. A lot of, as famously or infamously, a lot of people renounce their Western citizenships. I don't like that. Certain great citizenships have their own value, but again, it's a personal choice, right? So depends upon what the person is up to. But not having the ability to renounce at all is extremely concerning. So again, you got to look at the cases, what has happened, how they were able to renounce, if they really were successful in renouncing or not renouncing and all of that. So all those things have to be taken into consideration. That's the biggest con of Argentina. All right, so I hope you liked this assessment and analysis. And if you want to get started with your procedure for Argentina or Brazil or Mexico or any other country in the Latin Americas, there's a lot of material on my channel. You can review those videos. If you want to get started and are looking for legal help, you can always click the link in the description, book a call with us. We can discuss whichever is the best residency in your particular circumstances, and also hook you up with the right legal experts to get you started with your residency or citizenship process based on where you are in life. All right, so give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and until next time, you take care and goodbye.